All right, Ron, such an excellent answer to the last question, but we have another one for you. And that question is, Ron, I have been preparing my going within for many years. How will I know if all my preparation and preparing will qualify me as a humanitarian with the Alliance?
Ah, it's an interesting question. Look at it from the other standpoint. You're coming from, well, I don't know, and I've got to do all this to be sure that I am. Why don't you just be the humanitarian? Now, when I say that, what is the humanitarian doing? Well, if you want to save dogs, you're not waiting to till you have $1 million to buy a rescue or build a rescue for dogs. You're saving one or two at a time as best you can with what you have, and that's so fulfilling of your passion. Is you've already started what your passion is. So uh, this person has been going within for many years. How will I know I'm preparing? If all my preparing will qualify me as a humanitarian with the Alliance. This is a little tricky. Let me just explain why. If you don't know personally that you are a humanitarian, who is it that's going to tell you? Now, you come down here and you have these ideas, you have a humanitarian heart, you want to share with other people. From there, what makes you a humanitarian, and from there, what makes you not a humanitarian? And I'm just saying that the humanitarians come with the heart of a humanitarian and they just go into that energy as a natural progression of who they are. Now, there's a lot of people who associate humanitarian activities with money. And it's very difficult to put that away because it's going to take finances to get done what we need to get done, money to get it all taken care of. But if you're focusing on the money and using that as a way to, I don't have to do my passion until I get the money, there's a very good chance that you won't get the money. And that's where the problem with being a humanitarian is. If you don't declare that you are the humanitarian, if you don't have the understanding that you are a humanitarian, and you still have questions about it, go do the work. Go into yourself. If you've been working on going within for years, you already know who you are. You already know that you're a humanitarian. It's just start believing. Dom, what's the best way to believe that you're a humanitarian? Just believe it.
Allow it to be, my friend.
Allow it to be. Create it by your declaration. I'm a humanitarian. Everything about me is giving and loving to other people. Then be that. That's what you want to be. That's how you prepare yourself to be the humanitarian that you are. If I'm a god and I don't know it, what should I do? Well, I got to learn how to do it. Okay. Yeshua says, "Follow me. Greater things than I have done shall you do." Well, do I want to do the greater things? What is the reason that you want to do the greater things that he did? Why is it that you want to do that? Because it fulfills the love energy that is you naturally. And you can't be something that you aren't naturally. It just doesn't work. And a lot of people still think that they can have humanitarian activities and do things like that and still not have the total dedication to become a humanitarian. And then they will wonder why they didn't get the funds to do humanitarian work. And I'm saying to you, if you want to be a humanitarian that you already are, then allow that to be true for you. When you question in your mind, just remember, doubt not, fear not, but be believing. And all things shall work out for the best good of those who love God. So what level of doubt do you think is permissible as you go through your change of life so that you can be the humanitarian that you want to be, that you think you are? If you don't declare it, then and come into the knowing of it, that's what you are, then it's going to be a difficult thing for you. So just allow it to be true. Not only just allow it to be true, but believe it to be true. Don't doubt it. Just let it be true. It makes sense to just letting it be true. It just makes sense that truth is truth. And when you are allowing you as a humanitarian to be the humanitarian, you're just allowing yourself to be the God that will create the things that are necessary for you to create as the humanitarian working forward in society. I hope this really makes sense. I really do. If you don't believe you're a humanitarian, then get rid of the lack of belief in yourself. Make your declaration, and then you live it. Now, if I were to ask Yeshua, what do you think is one of the best things you did? He said, well, I knew I was who I am as the Messiah. I just had to live that life. I had to declare it and live it. And in doing so, that's who I became. That is the creation energy in its prime course. We're all open for it. We're all available for it if we want to be who we are. Now, if you're trying to be a humanitarian and that's not who you are, then be who you are, and don't pretend. But don't let the concept of it be the thing that stops you from being who you are. Because there's a lot of people who don't know that they're God, and so they don't let themselves be a God. They don't recognize that they're creating every single moment of their life. Every single moment of your life, you're creating something for yourself. That which you focus on is what is going to be manifest. If you're not focusing on a humanitarian or whatever, or becoming a God, then you're going to have a hard time getting there. You have to focus on it. Be believing. Doubt not. And just let the God in you flow. Don't stop it. Recognize where it is. Recognize the love. And just allow that to be who you are. I'm in love with everybody. It's my intentions to love everybody, and some are harder than others. But if I'm trying, then I'm getting better than where I was. If I'm working at it, if I'm conscious of it. That what you focus on is what you're going to create. So that's the creation process right now. If you don't believe me, then focus on stuff that's negative and see how long you maintain health and you maintain. My mother used to I used to go visit her, and she'd tell me every little thing that was wrong with her. I said, Mom, you're focusing on these little things, and that's what you're living. And I say, if you don't focus on those things, maybe they'll go away. She's passed away, but that's okay. Everything is according to the way that their lives are supposed to be. So I hope this helps. Let's just assume that we are gods, that we are humanitarians. Let's not think that we have to qualify for it. Let's just not think that we have to do something in our lives to make a change to do that, except for the idea that just allowing it to be true. The law of allowing. Allow it to be true for you. Doubt not, fear not, but be believing you. Good job. Okay, I've kept